Freund here with the creative forces behind the CBS show Person of Interest. Welcome, guys.
Thank you.
As we were just saying, this is your third Comic-Con with the show. What was it like coming back here to Comic-Con?
Oh, it's great. I mean, it's a chance. The thing about TV, unlike film, theater, you don't actually get a lot of chances to interact with the folks watching the show, with the fans, because everyone watches at home, which is great, but it means you really don't get a great sense for that huge audience number, that 16 million people watching every week. You don't really get a chance to interact with them. I think we saw all 16 million fans in the last couple of days, didn't we?
Well, that's the thing. Like the first two seasons, I think I got in too late. I never got a chance to get on the floor, and this year, man, right in there. I got the full nerd sanity of that salmon floor. It's awesome.
And, I was at the panel today hearing questions from the fans. What is that experience like for you? Because there were some people that, when a woman asked Michael about his British inflection, like they really study this show.
They sure do. It's harrowing.
Yeah, so what is that like for you guys?
It's terrifying. You're going to ask you a question you don't know the answer to.
To remember everything.
Everything. Which is great. It's incredibly flattering, gratifying. I mean, we love the show and we live the show, and it's our day to day. And so to interact with people who are as passionate or sometimes more passionate about it than we are is just wild. It's great.
Let's talk a little about where this season left off. The machine is now living. Tell us a little bit about where the season left off.
Well, the machine has moved. We don't know whether it's centralized or distributed. We don't quite know what it's up to. But we understand that it is still going to distribute numbers, but it perhaps has another agenda that it's working on as well. The character of Detective Carter, has been demoted, framed by HR, and has taken a rather drastic step of freeing Elias from a prison transfer, so a new relationship has sprung there. And of course, the last phone call in the loony bin to some crazy broad named Root.
I like crazy broad. I'm going to call it when she's here. I'm going to call it crazy broad. I like that.
I don't know about that.
I know. I'm kind of scared of her, to be quite honest. The show now, science fiction is becoming science fact. It is science fact now. So I guess how timely is it in the news today that what you guys have essentially wrote about is now fact?
Yeah, that's kind of a combination of gratifying and terrifying all at once. I think
you're on everyone's watch list.
that is almost certainly the case. Well, I think Nancy Pelosi once said we were one of her favorite shows. Mm-hmm. Maybe she there was a little bit of an inside joke going on there. No, it's we said from the beginning with the pilot that the question wasn't, is there a surveillance state? There's a surveillance state, and now everyone's kind of joined that party. The premise of the show was, okay, whether you agree with it or don't agree with it, assume the surveillance state. And then the question becomes, what are they doing with all the other information? We hope that they're taking the information that would protect people from terrorist attacks and using it, but what do they do with the rest of it? They throw it away, and that was kind of the jumping off point for the show.
Going into season 3, everyone's like, what are we going to see in season 3? What are we going to see in season 3? What are we going to see in season 3?
What are we going to see in season 3?
Well, assuming all of us have traded away our privacy for security, or maybe we're not concerned because we think that as long as they're catching the bad guys, I'm fine with it. We think it might be really interesting if there was an entity that really was concerned about it and wanted to do something about it.
Really concerned.
Yeah, and we think that that's a really fun premise to explore for season 3.
And lastly, I know the show is moving to a new night. If you could tell audiences where they will be able to catch the season premiere.
Tuesdays, 10 o'clock on CBS, and it's available for streaming right now on iTunes and Amazon.
Thank you, guys.